so open that door to have a direct communication with, people that are, we've had periods of idolizing. I mean,
Right.
Sevendust and Nonpoint, you mentioned Nonpoint earlier. I mean, those were two of the not regulars at Floyd's, but every year for a while
Oh
there,
yeah,
they would come and
they
play, and
were
we would just went to like every one of those,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they were
Yeah,
absolutely regulars. I've seen
yeah.
Nonpoint more than any other band ever still
Oh yeah.
because
Oh,
of
wow, yeah.
how frequently they would be in Tallahassee. There was
I've
like
seen them at least 4 times, maybe 5.
Right. I think about the same. I played with them twice. I played with them when we had a version of Fall on a Wheel. I think it was at
Oh.
That was at the Coliseum.
yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
at that
was a while
show.
ago.
I wasn't. We were in Following at Will at different times, but
Yeah.
I was at that show. That was a good show.
Yeah, I played that show with them. Then we played at Club LA. So I played with them twice, but I've seen them probably 4 or 5 times. Sevendust, I think I counted 10 times. I've seen them.
Wow.
If I can see them anytime, I'm going. Like I'm going to see them.
Yeah.
I've only seen him twice.
Right.
And
Oh,
I've only
Okay.
seen him once with Clint Lowry because the first time I saw Sevendust, they had Sonny Mayo
That
from
was at the Moon.
Snot.
That was at the
Did
Moon
you-
one.
Yeah, it was at the Moon, and I had no idea then when I was watching him. I had no idea that Sonny Mayo was the guitarist from Snot.
Yeah.
I learned that just recently because Snot's back together, doing a reunion with
Yeah.
some new vocalist. Do you know who Snot is, Ash?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I didn't listen to them regularly. I had the album though around the whole cluster of friends, and we would listen to it on certain nights and everything.
Yeah, man. It's like, sir, it's so good, and that's where the Angel Sun song came from. Sevendust song
Right.
Angel Sun was about
Right.
was for Lynn.
Yeah, that album where it had different singers on every song, right?
And that album, I revisited that album recently, and it's so good. Even like one of the
I gotta
standout
revisit
tracks, I really like is the one with the guy from Sugar Ray singing on
Right.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Like
yeah.
the whole album is so good.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I should have made a
Nice.
much bigger deal about this when I was younger. But I really it was Angel Sun that I latched
I
onto.
remember
and then-
thinking it was so cool that there were all the different, because I recognized like every singer that they had.
yeah,
across that album.
Chino's on one.
Yeah,
The Sugar Ray, Brandon from Incubus is on one.
Yeah.
Really good album.
I got to say
Go ahead.
before we leave it, I got to do one more Sevendust story because to me it's vital. This is how big of a deal Sevendust is to me, and I didn't know how to play a guitar, right? And when I was 16, I went to see Metallica play, and in St. Petersburg, changed my life. Came back, learned how to play guitar. Spent the next 12 years of my life trying to become a rock star.
Oh, yeah.
But the opening, there were 2 things that were notable. One was Creed was the band that played right before Metallica played, and I was like, "Holy shit,
Oh, shit.
this works!" Like you could actually do this, like because I had seen Creed play tons of times at Floyd's in Tallahassee. Even though I didn't play music, I went in middle school. I was going to see them play,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, "Wow, you can really like do this even out of Tallahassee." And then the second thing was there was this opening band I had never heard of, and I was like, "Who is this?" And it was Sevendust. I had never heard them. They were the opener before Creed and then Metallica, and I was like, "Who are these guys?" This is like it was one of the most amazing nights of my life, and I literally changed my whole life. I mean, I came back and then became a musician. That show was that impactful. So Sevendust has always got a special place in my heart.
You came home on a mission. You were like,
I did, dude.
doing this thing.
I bought an acoustic guitar.
Like my first introduction to rock music was Metallica. Because I was like from age like 9 to 12 or 13, I was living in bumfuck Egypt in Georgia on a farm.
Okay.
And you didn't listen to rock music up there, dude. It was like straight country. Like,
okay.
You're not listening to rock shit. It's fucking Satan music. So when I moved back down to Tallahassee, my buddy showed me Metallica, and I've never heard of Metallica. And my mind was blown. I'm like, holy
Dude, they blew me away too. That's the band that got me into heavy rock music. Like I kind of liked rock, but it was all like grunge stuff. And for me, the song that got me into was Unforgiven. Like that was just the first Metallica song that I heard. And it was so impactful that I was like, that was when wanted to learn how to play guitar. That's when an instrument stood out to me as being like, if I'm going to do music, like that's what I want to do. And I did go on around that time and got a guitar and tried to learn how to play it like 3 different times. But we're talking about, dude, I didn't start learning how to play. You know, I mean, I tried to start playing and I gave it up. It was way too hard. I gave it up every time in a month. You know, I was like, screw this.
First stab was trying to learn Unforgiven before, like, you know, before
Unforgiven and then one.
As you are from Nirvana, or, you know, one of the really simple, you know, easy gateway ones. You started with
that would have been
hard stuff.
This is way too hard.